So today I'm at my Eddie's garden, community garden. For some reason I haven't been making any footage out here, but a lot of things have been happening. I brought some mulch, had some mulch shipped in, and so I guess my son and I and a couple of neighbors and one guy that I had to pay, we put down the mulch in all the paths. The same guy that I paid to help me put down the mulch, he helped me weed whack, but the weeds have already come back. But it's not that bad actually. It was actually pretty jungly out here. You could hardly walk through, so I'll just have to do some more weed whacking. My husband got me a weed whacker, so maybe I can just do that myself. But in the meantime, I just wanted to show you a little progress. So this is my onion bed. I just did a little weeding in here. These onions don't seem to be doing as nicely as the ones at my other community garden. I'm not really sure why. I think I've treated them basically the same, but I don't know, maybe it has to do with the soil. I don't know. Anyway, and this is broccoli, which is doing very nicely. Normally this would have been decimated by a groundhog or two, but I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe the groundhogs took a vacation and went somewhere else, somebody else's garden, for their daily dinners. I don't know, but anyway, broccoli is doing great. I have some peppers planted in here too. They're doing good. Let's see what else is good to say. So I have some tomatoes over here, planted amidst this persimmon tree. And there were a bunch of little buds on it, little flowering buds, but they all fell off unfortunately, so no persimmons this year. I don't know what the trick is. I think maybe they might like a little bit more moisture than I can provide for it, so I propped this up because it was leaning really badly into the path, so now I can walk through without getting smacked in the face every time, which is nice. Anyway, so I just strung up these tomatoes, and then there's these tomatoes over here. I usually like to plant at least 2 beds of tomatoes, and I have some peppers here in the front, and also basil here and there. There's corn. This is Martian jewels. It's already tasseling. Some of them are already tasseling. It's getting very tall. Oh look, dianthus. Sweet. Anyway, yes, the corn's doing really well. I came over here last week and they were all just lying down on the ground, kind of like that there. They were all like that, but they were actually on the ground. I think they needed water, and I'm not really sure what it was, but it hadn't rained in a little while, so I gave them some water, and I actually tied them up. I had to sort of stick them up a little bit to get them to, so that they wouldn't grow bent. So anyway, so they straightened up nicely. They got some water, I guess, and returgidized, became turgid again. Anyway, also I have this nice bed of dinosaur kale and carrots. It's doing really nicely. It just kind of, well, we had a bunch of rain like 2 weeks ago, so they kind of really popped up nicely with that. And I haven't had to water this bed at all, I guess due to the nice shade that's being provided by the leaves that are in here. I also have some potatoes over here, which I think they might need to be harvested soon. I mean, those leaves are getting brown and stuff, and these plants are kind of growing over the edge of the bed. It's a little bit annoying, but it's not that big a deal. But I don't know, I think I'd like to see them start to really turn brown before I harvest my potatoes. These are actually potatoes in this whole bed that I planted from what I overwintered last year. They were like really tiny potatoes. They weren't even as big as eggs. They were as big as, some of them were as big as fava beans. Really tiny. And so I just planted them because I said, well, I don't know, maybe they'll come to something. This is like in March, really early in the season. And they had a bunch of sprouts all over them. They were like wrinkled and sad looking, but I planted them and they came up like crazy. And look at how robust these plants look. Now I know there's some people that would say, okay, well, how come you didn't put any soil around those stems? You know, maybe, you know, you would get more potatoes. You know, I never have the resources for that. I don't have enough soil to do that with, and frankly, I don't have the energy. So, you know, I just do the best I can. I usually do get a decent crop anyway, no matter what, so. And I had planted some turnips in here. This is a turnip plant. I might pick that for greens later on. Over here I have some watermelons. These are watermelons. I planted cypriot and early moonbeam. Early moonbeam is a yellow watermelon, and cypriot or cyprio, I don't know. Cypriot is a red watermelon. It's fairly early, both of them. So I'm hoping that between the earliness and the size of the watermelon, that they're both kind of smallish watermelons. So hopefully I'll get a decent crop, and maybe I'll actually get to harvest some for myself, for my family. I also planted some beans in here. These are bush beans. I'm trying to remember what kind they are. Oh, these should be Serengeti, and I also planted, oh, I don't remember what the other one was. Rats. Well, I have it in my notes. I wrote it down in my journal, so hopefully I did write the right thing. So, yeah, so there's a couple more things going on over there. I have some wildflowers over there. Oh, look, these are marigolds that came from seed swapping. Only 4 plants came up. I planted a whole bunch here. Only 4 of them came up. And over here, I planted these marigolds, which I believe should be the ones that Catherine from my Hillside Garden gave me. Only one of them came up. I don't know what happened to the seeds, but anyway, I'm grateful for that one, because I'm eager to see what they do. I like marigolds. Meanwhile, I have this whole bed devoted to flowers. I had some peas in here earlier, and they're mostly done, I think. Oh, look at this. Huh. These are tops. See, this is why I don't like to pull up the plants, because, you know, they should have been done like a month ago. It's already July the 9th, I believe. And they should be toast. Most of the plants did shrivel up and die already, like this one here. But anyway, it's gonna be nice. Anyway, yeah, so I have a few See, that was silly. I have a few few nice little flowers in here. Very pretty. This is Cosmos Sensation, and this is Chinese forget-me-not, or Anchusa. There's another word, another name for them. I can't remember what it is, but is it Cinnaglossum? Is that right? I can't remember. Anyway, and then this is Ami, which is not. It's a type of Queen Anne's Lady. It's not a carrot though. Hey, look who's here. It's just a bumblebee. We're getting less and less bumblebees, less and less bees in general. I mean, there's an issue with colony collapse disorder with honeybees throughout the world, throughout the country of the U.S. and North America and Europe, Australia. However, I have noticed that less and less I'm seeing all kinds of different bees decline. So mason bees, you know, we're supposed to be like putting out mason bee houses. One of these years I'll try and make one of those, but I don't even see as many mason bees as I used to. And bumblebees are pretty far and few between. So it's really sad. I don't even know what to say about that. I suspect it has something to do with varroa mites and what's the other one? Varroa mites and I can't remember what the other pathogen is. Anyway, so but yeah. So then this is the top of the garden, and I have beets in here. I have bull's blood, which used to be very dark. It used to be a very dark red. Now as they get bigger, they kind of fade a little bit, but I suspect they're making tasty little beets under there. Anyway, this is our purple basil. So in here there's peppers and basil and the occasional volunteered petunia, and I have some cucumbers which are starting to make a little. This one here is making a fruit. I don't see any others though. This is I want to say Boothby's Blonde, but that's not what it is. It's oh, rats. I wrote it down. I don't remember. I'll look it up. Anyway, and again, I don't remember. There was like that white variety, and then there's another. I think this is Delicatesse. Yeah, that should be it. Delicatesse cucumbers, which is a regular salad cucumber. Sold by Baker Creek. Anyway, they're doing well. They're doing very nicely. I came out here today and I put up this netting. It's on the top third, I guess. So, because I put some strings up, and the strings seem to be doing something, but I don't think that the cucumbers are I don't think they recognize the strings. Maybe they're not wide enough. You know, most plants that are vining and they make tendrils, they actually seek out, or any kind of vining, whether it's tendrils or twining, they seek out the shadow of the support. So whether it be a string or a stick, they seek out the shadow and they reach towards the shadow and then they climb up it. So I'm hoping that putting this netting up will cause them to, you know, lean into it. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so I had put some cherry tomatoes on the corners. There was one there, but I replanted it twice. I don't know why. I never took on that side, but this one is doing nicely. And then these are volunteers. Not quite sure what they are. They're probably cherries as well. Anyway, I think that's it for now. Oh, it's really humid and hot today. So I am ducking in the house. Thanks for watching. Wow, look at that.